the way it smells.
What's with the imperial smelling thing?
Tim goes, if you just go in, you will smell intelligence. Whereas in our corridor,
well,
I said that.
So don't take it wrong, because you're not here.
I'm missing a joke there.
He was just pointing to the fact that we need to be aware that we need to work really hard, as you said, because people over there, when you go to the way they make things, make you feel intimidated. And that's something that you need to think about and prepare yourself for that.
Have you seen the checklist for Imperial?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
We do fulfill it. If you're worried about that, if you're worried about Imperial, we do fulfill that checklist. So.
But again, you have to really be honest. Do you really want to go into Imperial? I personally...
Don't say that! I do, it's one of my choices.
Sorry guys.
Be mean to Imperial.
Don't listen.
Imperial, I mean, the fact that Imperial is brilliant, but we are not rubbish either.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're not rubbish either. I mean, Westminster is doing a lot of good stuff. I hated to be called a student of Westminster, but now, at the moment, I mean, we are doing enough. I mean, there's brilliant teaching, whatever, but do we really want to stay here? No, because we're not going to medical schools. Be honest with yourself, do a lot of work experience. Also, if there is a certain university that you want to apply, start looking at what the university is. Like as Ramon was saying, King's College has guys and St. Thomas Hospital. St. Thomas. Yeah, these hospitals. Look at these hospitals. Think about them. Why are they named Guys Hospital? Why is it named St. Thomas Hospital? Because when it comes to the interview, you can just say something more than Guys Hospital because it's whatever. Mr. Guy's name. No, whatever. Just do a lot of research. Talk to people. We should have people, one at the back, one in the middle, come all together, be friends, talk to each other. Because as Mary said, the best thing, you will need a lot of contacts when it comes to work experience, when it comes to CVs, when it comes to talking to friends. Because only people who can give you advice is not a PhD English lecturer, rather an undergrad medical school student, right? That's why we have to have the right contacts. Right contacts is very important. It can be through different sources. And as we had this, Ryan mentioned last week, that if you send out 25 emails and you still didn't get a single work experience placement, that's still the list. 25 still the list, but obviously.
He said do 80, didn't he?
80. I think 80 is
what?
as well.
Applied to 80 places, he said.
For work experience?
Because he said there's 80 places for each person, or going for one thing, so you should apply to 80 to get one. It was more statistics.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think you got the gist.
You can probably, as Miriam said, talk to your mom's friend and say,
Literally.
Can you get me just a little shadowing, like one day, and then they're like, oh, it's so nice, can I come tomorrow?
It's exactly like that.
It will build up.
It's exactly like that.
Do you know what I do actually? I go to my GP. I book an appointment.
It's brilliant! Don't laugh! Do it!
I book an
That's
appointment.
next Thursday.
And I said, for example,
Don't put any of these on Facebook.
I think this is funny.
I'm having a horrible pain in my back, which I know she's only going through the normal procedures, and then you start asking questions. And from that moment, you pay attention to how they behave, how your GP behaves, and try to get that behavior. Obviously, if it's a good one. Because one of my colleagues, she had lots of A levels, she had amazing marks, and her feedback for her interview was that she didn't demonstrate that she was mature enough. So she obviously didn't get a place just because of that. So try to maintain your, unless you go for London Metropolitan that you do over the phone, any other university that you decide to go and you need to do your interview in person, your clothes will matter, but we're going to have a proper section on interview and we'll go through that. But what I do to get work experience, I go to my GP, then I ask her, can I stay a bit longer? And then they need to obviously ask the permission of the next patient.
Being shameless there.
And exactly. And then they ask the other patient. They introduced me as a medical student, trying to get work experience, and normally they let me in and she lets me for 2 other patients. If not, if the first person says no, she looks at me like that and I have to go home. But I always ask every time I go. And that's quite fun. If you have nothing to do, go to the hostel at UCLH, is right around the corner from here, and get a book. You start reading, and then a doctor passes by. They normally come and say hello. I did all these sort of things because that's fun. And
I don't know
what you need to realize is,
It's hilarious.
what you need to realize is, they all been there.
Yeah.
They all needed that.
Yeah.
So go with that in your head. They've done it as well. There's nothing wrong for me to do so. And you actually let them know that you know that they've been through that. And you say, oh, you've been through that. You know what I'm going through, don't you? So can I quickly drop in? Can you ask your patient? Obviously, it needs the patient's consent for that.
Can I add just one thing as well? It is quality, not quantity. So if your friends come up to you and go, yeah, I've got like 3 months experience in a hospital, don't panic. If you can only get a week, as long as you illustrate that you have learned something really valuable in that week, then that's fine.
Yeah.
They're not interested in competing, oh, I had a year and I'm out just to work in hospital. It's no good if at the end of that year all you did was learn how to fill in the paperwork.
Yeah.
It's no good. It's really, really about getting the quality and getting your foot in the door any way you can.
And that doesn't mean you shouldn't look for work experience, please. Do look for longer work experiences as much as you can, because you've got 2 years to prepare, especially first year students.
If you're second year students now, this summer coming up, you should have something lined up, realistically. This summer that you've got coming up.
Right, about the presentation, I hope it's clear the fact that obviously it were 3 templates for you to see what to look when you go for your interview. Whatever university you do, go to their website, go to their admission centre. I already know some people in the admission centres. Shameless again. I've got a collection of their entry program books, so go for the sort of things because you need to have that knowledge because it's very good. Remember that with the question, why did you choose this university, they are asking you, why would this university choose you? So bear in mind that, and don't just say, I chose this university, it's good, but because you want to make a change. University wants students that can make a change, can improve their profile, or keep their profile as high as it is. So about this, is there any question?
Yes, we'll have